here. I can answer your questions, you know. And, you know, I do an okay job at casting the games, but I do an even better job at reading chat and answering questions, I think. Top right blue Zerg is going to be the beautiful Solar. Might be one of the only Zergs we see. I mean, he's the only Zerg in the round of 8, unless I'm forgetting one from that bracket we just wrote out. As in the bottom left, our red Protoss player here is Trap. Okay, that was 237. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. Gonna go out to AeroXSC2. Thank you so much for the generosity of gift now to sub in the channel. Do appreciate it again. We are working our way back towards currently 800 subs. So if you are enjoying the stream, the games, and the casting, do consider subbing it up and helping us out there. We are, yeah, we're gonna have our WardiTV event resuming tomorrow. Stargate coming up, Nexus coming through, we got this PvZ on the way. It's an interesting matchup because I feel like while Trap has been very good since his return, the one matchup he struggled in is a little bit PvZ, but especially PV Solar. Trap Solar has not been a good matchup for Trap. I don't know if he's actually beaten Solar since he returned from the military. I just, something about this series continues to go the way of Solar every single time that they meet. Let me just recap for you guys. So the last times they met, Solar 3-0 Trap in the WardiTV PTR #1 event playoffs, 3-0. Solar 4-2, Solar 2-0. Trap beat Solar 2-1 in the WardiTV Mondays, but then lost 0-2, 0-2, 1-2, 0-2. So that is a grand total of, what, 1 win, 7 losses since his return from the military. So Trap is not good in this specific matchup versus Solar. So that is something to look at here and think on, because I would say Trap's very good right now, but Solar definitely has a little edge against this opponent in particular. I'll see if that's something that Trap can overcome today as we work our way through this. DBZ starts off with a couple drone kills. The Adept's still around. It's a lot of lost mine time on the drones. The fact they are still running is kind of wild as well. The Queen coming up. A couple Queens coming through. The additional drones coming about as well. Gateway, warp gate, couple of extra probes, all producing as the Oracle gets down to the bottom left. As we are going to recall, hatchery builds, Twilight Council comes through, Nexus in production. Again, a couple of probes continue to come about as the Lings will come across. Probe will take a few more nibbles, Lings will get chased once more. Nexus, Twilight Council, a couple more gateways, all of that continues into play for the moment here, so we keep on bringing that up. The couple of Adepts and the Oracle hanging around overhead. Again, Gates, Nexus, and the Resonant Glaives in production currently. As you do have Resonant Glaives, the choice from Trap to really try and make something happen in this game then. So going to play that Glaives. Trying to get aggressive as the Adepts go shading toward the upper right-hand side of the map. Couple of Queens and a handful of drones coming out from Solar. Additional Lings and Overlords producing through as well. Again, the Oracle and Adept's going to step up. That group team are going to go down immediately. extra drones die. I'm going to make it a 4th. The only issue I have with this is we're going to lose some Adepts before Glaives is done. To me, I feel like every Adept is so much more valuable once Glaives kicks in. Adepts continue to fire. The Lings are still going to look for a wraparound. The Queens will be there. The Lings help. Again, 5 drones go down. The resonating Glaives, probes, and robot facility coming online as well. Just going to be seeing that battery also producing through for the moment. 8 more drones in the Rotron producing for now. As our Oracle steps into this 3rd base, going to get a couple more drones there as well. A little bit more damage being dealt once more. Damage continues again. Lair, Evo Chamber, drones continue to come about. Depths gets the mineral line, will not shade, and so we will just stick for a few drone kills here as the Lings show up. They're going to take some hits as well. Roach is in production, but not out yet is going to be an issue as Depths try and step away. A couple of them very low, but I think they're going to escape. Nice to be able to keep the full gang alive. Depths will fire. Queens will take shots. There's a little transfusion coming back around. The Lings coming back over as well. Queens firing. Adepts taking hits again. Shade back across into the natural there. Roach will be taking some more hits. Petco 8 there. Thank you so much for the 4-month resub on the Prime. There's a couple of drones go down. We do have our Adepts actually going to shade up in the main base again. This is just taking a very long time to clean out. The Roaches continue to try and chase. Full work is going down so far. Roach speed, Roaches, Lings, all of that continuing in. The drones still producing additional gates. Immortal and Blink producing through as well as the Roaches will go and get rid of an Adept. There's a hallucination popping out, and we will see traps in that hallucinated Phoenix across the map as well. So away we go. Still got that Blink finishing, extra gates coming through. Hallucination gonna take a few more shots and just have ourselves the army coming up into the center still. Continue to make a move. Again, +1 melee, Roach speed both coming online. The Bane Nest and additional Lings coming about also. Temple Archives and Forge building on the side of Trap as a couple of pylons continue through. The Ling Roach going to be there as our Stalker Sentry. Immortal still steps up. A couple of force fields go down. Going to trap the Roaches in. We do see one Adept falling. Things continue to chase through for the moment. Again, the Immortals and Stalkers gathering up. The Hatcher going to get jumped on once more. And the Lings still trying to step through. The Roaches and Ravagers trying to push forward as well. So you're seeing the additional Adepts coming back over. Just going to be seeing the units going to step forward as well. Going to be seeing the match going down. Trap on a really good push at the moment. Talking all about how he struggled in this matchup. I mean, honestly, the Adepts controlled this game for way too long. I don't think Solar really was able to properly get control of those. Again, the Ling Roach, Queen, Ravager still pushing in. I mean, just getting rid of the 4th base alone puts Trap in a good spot in this game currently here on ley lines. He will warp in, he will hold position on this side of the map. Does he really want to keep pushing, or is he happy with what he's done? I'd say you should be happy with what you've done. Storm starts, charge starts. Yeah, I think you just back away and let this develop for a little while. As that Nexus continues on through. So Nexus continue up, +1 and Blink on the way in. Depths will fire a couple more of those drones taking shots, so a bit more damage being done. I love that Trap can just stay here with the Prism as well. This really does look very good for Trap, which is exciting for me. Because I feel like Trap is the one that's going to struggle in this series. It's a little of an upset if he does win it. Even if he just takes a game, I think that makes the overall series more exciting. But also, I will just go ahead, I think, and say that I also think that this is... Well, I guess it's not exciting for the bracket if our only Zerg gets knocked out. I guess that part is not super exciting. Obviously, Solo's still stuck at 67 workers, trying to be operational on this forward base now, having a long distance mine while it still builds. A couple of adepts in the main base, going to get a few more drones as well, and it's this continuation that continues to be such a problem. Continues to get so much done so far. Again, +2 attack coming up, the Immortal Archon coming in. Stalker step forwards, a Ravager is going to go down, the Ling Roach Ravager still continuing across. One Immortal gets hit, the rest of the Lings continue to chase through. We just kite backwards a little bit, Corrosive Vials are going to drop into place as well. So it's all going to go and jump onto the hatchery. Storm on the front, as you do see the Banes, the Roaches, and the Lings coming through. The +2 melee upgrade coming about. As else will swipe through a few more Lings. The rest of the Lings taking damage as well. We continue to press forward. Storm's available, going to help a lot against the Ravagers. It's another nice Storm. Ravagers taking hits again. Banes on the other side will connect through, but it's just not going to matter. And Solo from Team Falcons is going to drop out at game number 1. And Trap is going to take... In the bottom left-hand side, our blue Zerg player is going to be Sola, taking on the red Protoss. Taking the first game in the top right. It is Trap. Access Chrono Boosting Gateway coming up. Answering a couple drones on the way in as I probe on the bottom side. Patching the gas coming in, just going to be seeing the gateway coming up, probe coming through, assimilator also coming by. Patch gas pool coming through. As we got ourselves the probe just going, pulling around here for a little bit early. Get this underway. Nexus Cybercore coming in, the Adept in production. We're following a drone. There's not much going on until we see some tech choice being made. There's no warp gate started, so it should be a Stargate. And there it is in the production tab right now. So Stargate on the way up. We'll watch the Adepts come out and go across the map and see if they can maybe try and harass a little bit. First Adept pops. Shades. Second Adept starts. Not be too surprising to see some Oracle play here. Obviously very standard for the matchup and has definitely been very standard in the PvZ. Thrown a Hearthstone recently and he seems to think that 2 Oracles is becoming the way to go. 2 Oracles, so you have a good amount to harass with, you know, a good amount to deal damage with as well. But you don't really need the 3rd one to play defense because you have enough energy nowadays, so he seems to think 2 Oracles is maybe the future. We'll see what Trap thinks in this one. Couple Lings and the Queen are going to be firing. Drone's going to become a Spore Caller. And the Oracle coming through. The Stalker building. That is going to be Oracle number 1. And like I say, we'll see how many we go to. 2nd Oracle starts. So it's not going to be 1 Oracle into tech, which has definitely had its time in the kind of popularity, or the spotlight, I should say. It's had its time in the spotlight in this PTR as well. The one Oracle tech builds were definitely fairly popular when the PTR started. That ability to have one Oracle with a lot of energy and then just tech very quickly from there was pretty powerful, but Zerg's definitely got pretty good at defending that pretty quickly. Stalker, I'm going to come through. Overlord will take some shots. The Oracle at number 2 is out, and like I say, is it going to be the 2 or is it going to be the 3? It is going to be 3. I mean, there's still a benefit, I think, to building 3. Like, having energy enough on 2 still doesn't change the fact that with 3, you can have 1 at home and 2 on the map, right? So I think 3 Oracles is always going to still be a decent amount of Oracles to have, right? So yeah, I think 3 Oracles is still always going to be like a decent number. It's just you can get away with 2 a lot more easily, and that does build up and speed up other parts of your game so much more quickly. That can definitely still be a bonus. The Lings are going to get in. There's only a handful of them, and the Adepts will do what they can to clean some up, but maybe a probe or 2, obviously getting straight in. Sees a 3rd Oracle in production tab. Well, not on the production tab, but on the Stargate as well, so you just get good scouting from this as well as Solar picking up info as we go. Oracle comes back down. Come on, Stalkers, just get warped in. Pulse will take a couple more shots. Again, lair building up. The drone's producing. The evolution chamber over halfway through there as well. 1 Oracle goes down immediately. And +1 and blink starting from traps. Just seen a pretty standard follow-up from all this. Solar will just drone. And obviously out to his lair tech. See if he does anything super exciting here. Stalkers and Adeptus is going to pull back again. +1 and blink coming through for a couple of moments. Things will fire up a few moves. We do have roaches, +1 missiles, and roach speed will coming around as well. Battery coming on the line, robot facility finishing shortly. Again, got our cannon coming through. The Ling's going to look for that Stalker right now as it does pull back. It does get to the others. The Ling's turn back over the right side. The Roach Ravager still coming by as well. +1 missiles and roach speed building up. We're going to knock down these rocks already, so Trap is going to reduce one of the access points from the Zerg. Sometimes you can kind of put those low and then maybe use them to trap a Zerg mid-fight or so. Could be cool, you know, oftentimes a cool move. Obviously, the Stalker's about to have blink, so it is time for them to start their pressure. And there's a lot of units here. I don't think Solar should be in too much trouble. He's only on 66 workers, so Solar's been making units. Getting Overlord speed. Are we just going to send this full-on Roach Ravager Ling Queen drop? If we are, it's going to be a little bit late on the Queen drop aspect of it. All the other upgrades are pretty much, I guess, +1 missiles isn't ready to go, but I don't see what else he's really building towards outside of that, so I think that is going to be the plan. Obviously, you would have started droning if you weren't going to attack, so not going for that just yet. Get the recall off, bring those oracles back home. Robo Bay and the Robo Facility. Trap continues his tech through for the moment. Not going to be catching himself caught off guard at all. Ravager Queen back around the top. Hydrate Infestation Pit still coming through. Let's see what the defense looks like here. Ravager pulls back again. The Stalker step forward one more time. More Biles. Stalker step back again. One armor coming through, a couple disruptors coming about, the charge is building. Gonna take the watchtower. Holding there. Stalker's just gonna come across again, +2 attack and charge. Continue to build into play. I mean, Trap holding on. Not like Solar is not tacking up though. I mean, Lurkaden's gonna come through with this. It might have been a slow going economy for him at first, but obviously moving through now. And that Roach Ravager comes up. Disruptor shot flies, but it will not land. Solar gonna go us already. A survived disruptor shot. That's more disruptors avoided than what Bjorn avoided in the entire series against Zaun earlier, it felt like. That was such a painful match for Bjorn. Temple Archive's about to finish. Couple gates going through, the Nexus and the Prism coming up. We do have +2 attack and charge coming in as well. Couple Vipers producing the +2 missiles, and the size expands all on the way as well. We continue to bring that in for the moment. Just going to see a couple of Lurkers will burrow up. Our Roach Ravager, Hydra Force is back down at the bottom. Queen's in the center, apparently just getting completely caught. So Solar losing track of those for a moment, and they just die immediately. So no love on those. That's a little bit of a shame. You see a selection of Lurkers continuing to morph here once again. Solar getting those numbers up. Plus adrenal glands, +2 missiles. Again, muscular augments on the way. Seismic spines coming up as well. Zealots on the right side trying to see what they can do. And yeah, I mean, they get a Ravager, to be fair. That's not a terrible start. And do like the Colossus going to do a good job of kind of clearing up and just an extra little bit of support. As the army will chase towards the upper right-hand side. Stalker's going to be there. Lurker's going to burrow. Lings are going to continue to chase in. Vipers can abduct. I feel like he was waiting to abduct for a moment because he was like, I'm going to wait to see which disruptor fires and abduct the one firing to cancel the shot. Another disruptor abducted again. We did kill one Viper pretty quickly. We're going to try and blink, and we do get the next Viper kill. That's nice. It was trying to get home to recharge energy, but obviously now you're going to have to spend the money to rebuild that, so that's a little bit more expensive on the side of Solar. Taking a few more shots. Lurker's going to reposition again. Again, Storm, extended thermal lance. All the splash damage. I mean, Templar Fleet Picking as well coming up. So the Lurkers will open up the rocks once more. Just going to pop up. Stasis Ward's just going to go off. What were we thinking? Solar, you saw it build and you didn't kill it at all. That's a massive Stasis Ward. As now Trap can engage the rest of the army. It's a little messy. The units from the bottom side are actually having a bad time. Colossus showing up from the top. Obviously, these Lurkers, when they pop out, are not going to be burrowed immediately. So they're going to have to burrow, and they're going to take damage while burrowing. So one of them goes down. Immortals in reach. Going to step those back. Do we have the detection? We do, and that's going to be a cleanup. The rest of the army does not get that from Solar. Meanwhile, Trap does kill the base in the bottom left-hand side. So Solar loses the base, has to pull back to deal with those Zealots, but loses the base anyway. Is going to be an issue. Pull back. Trap getting up to the top once again, pulling away. Hey, thank you so much for the donation. I'll read that out properly when this game wraps up, because obviously this one is maybe on the verge of going somewhere, I think. I don't think we're going to be in this too much longer. Alright, just Lings make their way across. And we step through and just have ourselves the... I mean, Trap is maybe not in the craziest of positions, I guess. I mean, like, his supply, I guess, isn't super comfortable, but then a lot of the supply he has is very good supply, so I guess there is a factor there as a couple more Lurkers morph in. Mothership is building, Tempest coming through and online. That's a nice Storm, good feedback on the Viper as well. Solar not really winning any of these fights. And this matchup that Trap has struggled in since his return from the military is starting to be pretty good. And this game number 2, it's actually looking much better for him than usual, so let's see if he can close out. More shots, a couple of these Lurkers getting cancelled as well. Roaches and Ravagers going to hit the right-hand side. Battery's going down, Pylon taking damage. A couple of Zealots will get picked off as well. And with the attack coming through, the Mothership is about to complete. Still got the Lurker, Hydra, and Lings all producing as we do have our army stepping forward. And Lurkers will burrow up. I'm going to cover that little bit of a choke point at the very least, so we'll be able to cover a little bit of the area there right away. And for more lurkers morphing. With Tempest coming out, Trap's army is just getting so much better, though. He's got Splash against the Lings. He's got Tempest for the lurkers. He's got Storm available. This really is a very, very good army on the side of Trap. And Solo's army's not really gotten better. He's just made more of the bigger units in his army, like more lurkers than before. I'm not sure that's enough to necessarily change the outcome of this game right now. I don't think this is going to change where this game's going at all, actually. He's Ling step forward. Stays is what coming about. The Tempest going to pop in as well, getting abducted, but there's not even anything to kill the Tempest. I mean, yeah, we're going to pop cloaking. There's no detection available for the Zerg. The Overseer's too far back, so we get a few freebie lurkers. Hey, Ling run by is nice. That's something good for Solo. We don't really see something go his way for a little while now, so we'll get the army there to get moving. As you, though, have Trap on the bottom side, going to force an army to come back down to deal with those Stalkers and Archons. The lurkers will burrow up. We do have to kind of run away from it, but that gives Trap an option to move through the center, and he'll try and take advantage of that option right now. He is making that move. Again, the Spire coming up, the additional Hydra's on the way. Colossus getting rid of a lurker as well. A little bit more of the Ling Hydra going down. A Time Warp comes up on the edge. The Hatchery in trouble. The lurkers really are going to try and push their way forward through this. The Lings and Hydras continue to chase. The Hatchery drops. Solar supply really is not there. Trap can just deal with the lurkers, which I think he really can. And I think this is his game as we get rid of so many of these Hydras. The drones are dying as they move back through the army. Solar supply is really in trouble. 136 to the 199. GG is actually called right there, and Trap takes the 2-0.